Alrighty, I figured out that not, hold on. Oh, not because I'm zoomed out so far, I guess. Anyways, I figured out that I forgot my gasket. So I'm gonna have to take the pin back out. Make sure I don't drop the needle bearings into the crank. Put my gasket back on. Pain in the butt. I can't believe I did that. I used this, one of my Allen tools, to get through there. But that's still gonna be too big to knock that out. Got a magnet here. That worked. Hooray for magnets. Sweet. That makes that a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Cool. So let me lift this up, slide my jug back off. Man, I hate that I did that. Especially considering they're sitting right here in front of me. I mean, you see where they were, right there in front of me. Alright, zoom back in here and turn my light back on. Little pieces of the gasket. That'll be alright. It's not like it's gonna get into a filter and clog anything up. If anything, it'll just wear down and burn up. Alright, make sure it aligns with the ports. I think I want to put that side down. Let's flip it that way. You can tell the studs aren't perfect, but that's normal. As long as I don't rip the gasket on its way down. I think these ones are a little close, or this one needs to, there we go. Alright. Make sure that needle bearing stays in there. Voila. Just like that. Now to try this again. Take two. There we go. Lay it back on its side again. I might have to flip it over. I lost my needle bearing. That's okay. I'll put it back in here in a second. I'll flip it to the other side. Seemed to be easier this way for some reason. Doesn't wobble around. That there. I still need to push the cylinder down some. I know somebody probably say this would be easier if I do it either at top or bottom dead center. But I'm not being picky with where the crank's at because I'm gonna move it all around whenever I get it all pushed on and torqued down anyways. Oh no, I did it again. Okay, let's do this. Slide it up just a little bit to get my needle bearing in there. And slide it back down. There we go. I know what I'll do. I'll rotate the crank arm up. Just like so. And we can wiggle the jug down a little bit to make it a little bit easier to get that wrist pin through. Stand it up here for a second. There we go. Next will be the clips. Just push this through just a little bit more. There's that one. Needle nose pliers. I hope this thing doesn't go flying. Whew. I'm nervous already. Twist. That's riding up. I got another pair of needle nose pliers. Hold on. Well, I'm glad I paused that for you guys because that took me forever. Saved you all a really long wait. So instead you get to see me struggle with these clips. I thought I had a split ring pliers. I must have left them somewhere. So what I think I'm gonna do is just use this, my needle nose, and a flathead, just to help push it down in there. I know there's supposed to be some sort of trick to this. I know I'm doing this wrong. And it might be easier if I could get it to, I'm gonna try it like this. Actually, I think I'm getting somewhere, boss. Haha. Instead of gripping onto it straight like this, I went at it from the side like this, flat, and then just kind of jammed it in there. Spun it around until it clipped into place. Just flip it over. Might need to slide that down just a hair. Shouldn't really let me push it too far now with that pin in place. Oh, this one's gonna be a little bit more stubborn. You get that in. Plenty end in first. Ooh. She pops free round one. Let's see, I might have to do this one in a little different than the other. I'll start it off the way I started the other one off. It looked like it was there. Sliding too far up on my pliers. There we go. Oh, that was almost a little too easy that time. Take my screwdriver. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it's seated in there. There it is. Voila. Sweet. So now I'm gonna finish sliding the jug down. Which right now we'll slide the piston up in the jug. Well, actually it's gonna push the piston down into the crank, where it's gonna reach bottom dead center, and from there it's gonna slide the piston up. Here it comes. Just like 2 or 3 more millimeters. That's about it. Right there. That there is it. Just enough to barely see the cranks. Pistons, I just pushed it down just a smidge more. You see the transfer ports and the exhaust port. Intake still hidden there. Oops. Okie dokie. Alright, let's get this head on here. Got everything all set up here now. Magic fingers. I stepped away for a second because I was curious as to whether or not it mattered which direction the spark plug went. And from what I was reading, some people say, like, theory was to angle it towards the exhaust to promote flow in that direction, and then having it the other direction because you're having it spray and that. I don't know. All the pictures I've seen have it with the plug angled over top of the intake though, and I saw somebody that had suggested it prevents spark plug wetting. So wet plug is foul plug, right? So, and it makes sense anyways. You'd want it to burn on this side. If you had it on this side, you might not get it hot enough, might not get the gases hot enough in the chamber before they go shooting out the port. So we'll have it on this side, yeah. So first, gasket. Set that back down. Of course, these studs gotta shove on them to get the gasket to want to drop down. There it goes. Voila. Next, I think first I'm going to open this up though. Take the chain guard off here. A little bit tighter than I was expecting. Gotta love ratcheting screwdrivers. They're the best. Make life so much easier. Whee! I'm not even ratcheting it though. Long thread. The short threads go on the inside. Take that off of there. Nicely greased. got something we can use here. Use the pointy end. Kind of got it around there. Just being picky. It's just all clumped up on one side, you know? I'm gonna get it spread out. Not that it really matters, because I'm getting ready to put this bad boy on there. It'll spread it out. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Greasy. I'm getting it everywhere. Yeah, piston has room to clear there, so I was just making sure I get my tool back together. Put it back at the angle. You guys might be able to see it a little bit better that way. So down to the transfer ports open, exhaust port opens up too, and back up to just below the squish band. Alright, now that leads me to the next thing. Slide this stuff back over first. The head. Let's see if y'all can see this here. See there? Little ridges, imperfections. Yeah, I figure a washer on that. That'll push down. That'll push that stuff down. That'll push down. But that is like a solid ring all the way around. So I'm thinking of putting a washer down in that. I know what I need to do, but I don't have the tool to do it. And I also going to take some sandpaper here around that spark plug gap. See if I can't get those little ridges there off. Or at least dull them down some real quick. Don't want to do that over top of the piston, huh? That wouldn't be a good idea. Let's get some metal chunks down in there. Oh yeah. That'll brighten the day. Pistons love metal chunks, don't they, guys? Oh yeah. I could hear it now. Oh yeah. Send it. Probably ate up more of my sandpaper than it did the metal. It did smooth it down a little bit. It's not, I don't feel like it's gonna cut me anymore or stab me, give me splinters. Actually, I got an idea. I've got this wasted screwdriver tip here. I wonder. Man, that stuff is just so thick. And it goes all the way around. I'm afraid of breaking a fin. Here, let me use this little nubby. No, I need like a Dremel or something to get that. That sucks. What really sucks is the acorn nut. You see there? But I guess in the end, it isn't really gonna matter. As long as that fits over it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Let me clean this back off a little bit, wipe it down a little bit with a cleaner rag. Okay, so here we go. Plug over the intake side. Probably gonna have to wiggle the dang studs from below the cylinder head here. Slide it down. Voila! Now that's on there. Couple of washers. Lock washers. Acorn nuts. Whoops. They're made for working on a table or countertop. Nothing goes far. There we go. Huh? I'm being stubborn. There we go. No? Oh well. 13 millimeter. 12. Next. That's a 15. Where's my 13? That's gotta be at 11. Oh, that's another 12. Here's my 13. Ready, tidy, lefty, loosey. That guy's on straight. I don't want to put the wrench on it if it's not straight, but that one's being a pain in the butt. What? I thought my acorns were 13. Are they 12? They're 12. Not that that's a big deal. Oh, that's why I have two 12 millimeter sockets out. One's a half meter, one's a half-inch drive, the other's a quarter. Ooh, I don't like how that feels. Where's my 12 millimeter? I'm gonna even try this on a different stud. I can't really tell. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna use you guys to help. I still can't really tell. The threads look fine to me. That top ring looks like it might have, that might just be for me spinning it around right here. I don't want to force it, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to. Oh, it's not letting it go. Oh, lordy, lordy. See, that one goes on. That one goes on. That one goes on. Hey, what do you know? Whew. Back to business. Back at business. Now we're cooking with fire again. Slide my workstation back closer. Tighten them down in an X pattern. I'm not going Super Saiyan on them yet. Not trying to get them torqued specific. Just tight. That was the cylinder or the head crack in there, tightening down on the stud. Alright, now I think I'm gonna try to put some weight to it. It's like 12 pounds. Kind of fills it. Nugga dugga. Now time for the Runwell plug. For the Runwell PK80. Runwell Wildcat PK80. Slip it on in right there. Here's my tool, of course. Am I even using the right end? Probably not. Let's get some of that grease off of there though. Don't want to put that on the plug. Oh, I probably already got a little bit on there. It ain't gonna hurt it, but you can get this little thingy off of here. Trash now for us motorbike users. Don't need those. Unless, of course, you get the different ignition packs and the different CDIs that let you use plugs with those kinds of wires. Alright, so guys, I think it's ready to go on the bike. Yeah.